Okay, again, thank you everyone for being on. The Coffee Shop Millionaire came up with the name of this actually in the shower. My program's called The Science of Business Networking, and um, that's a cool name. I mean, I've sold a lot of programs and done a lot of speeches with that as the title of the program, but I was talking to one of my coaches recently, and everybody's the best in the world at something or has extreme talent in something. And he asked me, what are you the best in the world at? And I said, well, I'm probably top 5 in my knowledge of networking, but I'm probably number 1 in setting coffee meetings. And he goes, why do you think that? And I said, because I've done over 3,000 of them. And he paused. And he goes, there's no way in hell you've done 3,000 coffee meetings. So I said, okay. I added it up, and I called him back, and I said, you know what? You're right. I haven't done 3,000. I've done 4,000. And since then, I've probably done, I think in here it says I've done 4,100, but I've done probably closer to 42 or 4,300 one-on-one coffee meetings. I'm going to show you step by step the mentality behind it and the scripting that I use to motivate people to meet me. And then ideas on, setting it up, how to get them to meet you, and just some ideas about it. I can't go over what to do at the coffee meeting because we don't have 7 hours. So that's all in the courses that I've created. I took, I've got 17 hours of audio recordings in 2 different programs. And I took one part of it and went as deep as I possibly could. And this is it. It's called The Coffee Shop Millionaire, How to Earn Incredible Living Meeting Other Professionals in Coffee Shops. So there I am. Don't get blinded by the bald head. It's Rick Silva. Some of you haven't seen it in a long time. So yes, I am losing my hair. So sorry if I'm blinding you with that bright forehead. So I'm the president and founder of B2B Gathering. So for the last 11 years, I've been running networking groups, teaching networking and referral generation, speaking all over the world, doing webinars all over the world. And then 3.5 years ago, I met my now wife, Marcella. She does something called land banking. She helps people diversify old 401ks and cash into land, and it's called land banking. I've been doing that with her over the last 3 years. So when I say Coffee Shop Millionaire, just from my networking groups, my speaking and all that, it's in the millions. Most of that money earned from meeting people one-on-one, belly to belly. And then my wife went from being a software engineer at Lawrence Livermore Lab, quitting that, making $90,000 her first year doing land banking, $186,000 the second year, a little over $300,000 last year. That's 3 years. And the number one thing that attributes that gain is the coffee meeting, having a lot of coffee meetings and meeting the right kind of people. We're going to go over that the best I can in the time that we have. So again, I've had the opportunity to have more than 4,100 coffee meetings, face-to-face, belly-to-belly. We're going to go through my mentality behind it, why I do it, and all that right now, okay? So what's this coffee meeting thing? What's a coffee meeting? So let me set this up by saying I don't use the phone. I'm not on the phone 5 minutes in a week. I don't pick up the phone and call anyone. That's just me. My network is so big that at this point that a lot of the things in here I don't use, but I'm showing you how I built the giant network that I currently have. So a lot of these things I don't need to do anymore because when you're getting 5, 7, 8, 10 referrals a week, it's kind of easy. You just send them some dates and you meet them. It's when we need to do outreach, when we need to meet new people. That's what this program is for. So the basic thing here is I like to meet people face to face. I do not. The phone's too cold for me. I want to get people to jump through some hoops, and we're going to go into that in detail. But let's first just go over this. If you're not doing coffee meetings, I highly recommend you do some. You've got your internet bringing your leads, you're making phone calls, you're doing all those things, but meeting people face to face, belly to belly, you can learn so much about business. You'll learn much more face to face than you will on the phone. So basically, a coffee meeting is two professionals meeting in a coffee shop to exchange contacts. Hopefully, most of you by now have heard the term power partner, but a power partner, a referral source, a center of influence, a finder, whatever you want to call them. That's a power partner. And they're also doing it to meet potential clients. They're also learning more about each other so they can give each other better referrals. They're exchanging business ideas to make them a better business person, salesperson, and or networker. I use coffee meetings for some of the following reasons. I have a huge network and I want to introduce professionals to each other. That's called power partnering, where I'm going to meet a CPA and then maybe tomorrow I meet a banker. And I'm going to introduce those two to each other, recommending they have coffee. So one of the tricks, tactics, and strategies you can use to build your referral-based practice is introduce your network to your network. You know, a banker, introduce them to a CPA. You know, a financial advisor, introduce them to an estate planning attorney. You know, a real estate agent, introduce them to a mortgage lender. So that's a strategy. It's called power partnering. Secondly, I want to meet great people, collect their business cards, and try to refer them to my clients when I can. So if I'm a real estate agent and I have a coffee meeting with a carpet cleaner, I just keep it in my business card portfolio, business card binder. I go to meet a homeowner. I walk in and there's no way I can show this house until it gets cleaned. I'm going to open up my business card holder. I'm going to introduce them to a carpet cleaner, a house cleaner, an organizer, space planner, all that stuff. If I'm in the health and wellness industry, if I'm doing Body by Vi, I want to meet personal fitness trainers. Somebody's doing Body by Vi, they want to lose weight. Introduce them to chiropractors, personal fitness trainers, hairstylists, dentists that do teeth whitening, nail and hair salons. These people want to look good. Introduce them to other people that can help them look good. So that center one where it says, I want to meet great people, collect their business cards, and try to refer them to my clients. I'm not going around trying to sell to everyone I meet. I'm trying to meet people, get their information, introduce them to my clients. And then the last one is I want to educate them so they send me referrals. It doesn't say I want to sell to them. It says I want to educate them so they send me referrals. I don't sell to everyone I meet because if I educate them, then I'm tapping into their sphere of 250. They know 250 people on the low end. I want to tap into that. If you sell to everyone you meet and they don't want to buy, they're not going to send you any referrals. So I'm very passive about it. And I educate them through my elevator speech. Rick, how many of these doggone things should I have? This is my opinion, strictly my opinion. Unless you're off the chain busy, you're making hundreds of thousands a year, there's no reason you can't have 5 to 10 a week. I'm shortly going to show you my calendar. I'm meeting 16 people this week. Spent hours and hours putting this program together and have land banking presentations on top of it. So meet a lot of people that say they're unbelievably busy. And then I say, hey, did you watch Survivor last night? Hey, did you watch Dancing with the Stars last night? And they go, yeah, did you see that? And my answer is no, because I don't watch TV. So when people know a whole bunch about TV shows and all this stuff, I don't want to hear that they're too busy to have coffee meetings. If they got time to watch TV, they got time to have coffee meetings. So you should have 3 a week, even when you are blowing it out. I mean, we've got 9 escrows going right now on the land banking side, and we're still doing minimum 3 a week because when you think you're a superstar and you're killing it, you stop prospecting and you stop meeting people, and then when you make all those sales, you didn't do anything with the pipeline. It's now going to be 1 or 2 or 3 months before you make any sales again. You have to constantly be meeting people and building what I call your ant farm. Now, those 5 to 10 a week or 3 minimum down here, you'll see that's with clients or referral sources. So referral sources are, again, center of influence, power partner, whatever you want to call it. Finders, these are people who could send you referrals. A CPA to a banker to a CPA, real estate to mortgage, mortgage to real estate. Now, me personally, I meet more finders than I do clients. I'll meet 2 or 3 clients a week And I try to meet at least that, if not more, finders. Now, we mostly meet with real estate agents, mortgage lenders, and CPAs for the land banking side. They're not hard to find. They're very, very easy to find. I'm going to show you how, a little bit of how to find them in this one, not a lot, but I have a whole program on how to find them and all that stuff. I just can't cover it all here. Rick, are you crazy? I'm too busy to have that many coffee meetings. Well, again, unless you're making hundreds of thousands a year, you have the time. And one of the other things you can do, when I say fire your crappy clients, that will free up more time for you to meet new power partners. Here's the thing. It's the 80-20 rule. 80% of your income is earned from the top 20% of your clients. 80% of your time is wasted by the bottom 20%. Fire the bottom 20%. If you wake up in the morning, your alarm clock goes off, and you go, oh, God, I got to meet with this person again. I don't want to meet this person. They drive me nuts. Good, fire them. Don't have them as a client. Send them to your competitor. With my networking groups, I send people to BNI constantly because there's a lot of industries I don't allow in my groups. I just send them on over to BNI. Let them deal with it. Get rid of the pains in the butt, and that will free up the time and the stress for you to find more power partners to have coffee with. This is a full day seminar in and of itself. I'm not going to go into great detail on this, but you got to track the people you talk to. And I can't get into all these databases. Will take me forever. I use an Access database, and I use Outlook. That's what I use. You can use Outlook, Excel, Access. Act is a good one. You have to be able to type or just put somewhere who you've met and the notes that you've taken. You can use Evernote. You got to use something to track it. I don't have time to go in all the different databases there are today, but you got to use something. Okay, so before I start contacting people, whether it's via referrals that come in or I'm doing cold outreach, not cold calling to clients. I'm talking about cold outreach to spheres of influence. The first step before you do anything, before you make contact, before you do anything, you got to figure out when you are available. Now, I get so passionate about this presentation because people go, well, I email them, hey, when are you free? When are you free? No. There's a million reasons why. Number one, when you email somebody and ask them when they're free, they're going to send you one option and you're busy at that time. And you're going to have to email back. No, that one doesn't work. Do you have another time? They're going to go, how about this date? Do you have another? And it's going to take you 87 emails just to figure out when each other's free. And now you got to figure out where you're going to meet. It's going to take you at least 10 emails. I'm going to show you how to do it in 3. And it works virtually every time. Number one, figure out when you're free. I do this on Sundays. So this is what I do. I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. I'm going to show you my calendar. I'm going to show you my Evernote where I store the dates. I'm going to show you exactly how I do all of this. So here's what I do. I figure out when I'm free. Those are times on the screen. Now, I don't even know if these are exactly, I typed this up a week ago, so who knows if I'm free for these anymore. But these were dates and times that I was free. This is the list I'm going to send the person I want to meet with. Guys, this could sound, I hope it doesn't sound arrogant. I'm just going to say it. I don't care when you're free. I'm going to tell you when I'm free. If the person's not free, then it wasn't meant to be. I made that up. Somebody should trademark that. If the person's not free, it wasn't meant to be. I never said that before in my whole life. That's cool. I send people times I'm free in the time frames that I meet with people. If they're too busy, if they can't meet, we don't meet. It's okay. It's fine. We don't need to meet everybody. I'm not desperate, neither are you. So this is going to get a little clunky here when I'm going to try to pull this up here. Bear with me. So doing this live like this, it's tricky. It's tricky. Now, let me make sure this pops up on the screen. Okay, so this is inside of my Evernote. We're not going to worry about this script up here. That's word for word what we're going to send. This is how I set the dates. I've never showed anybody this before. This is the first time I've ever showed anybody how I do this. This is pretty cool. This isn't even in my advanced programs. I'm going to get Outlook open. There's my calendar. I'm not that busy, obviously. Everything in color is stuff I have going on. Obviously, you can tell I'm really not that busy in my life. I don't have too many appointments going on. So this is my calendar. That was last week. That was the week before. Lots and lots of appointments. I live by the calendar so I don't miss meetings. That's my actual calendar. Now, what I do is I sit on Sundays. I sit in front of the calendar and I type the date and I put the times that I'm free. That's this right here. This is when I'm free. I don't email somebody and go, hey, are you free? Hey, when are you free? No, you're going to meet when I'm free. It's my life. It's my business. You want to come to my networking groups or you want to buy land through us, you got to work with me. When I'm buying your product, when I'm going to you as my financial advisor, as my CPA, or as my insurance agent or my coach, then I'm going to do it on your schedule because you're the one in control. I'm meeting somebody for coffee to find out who they are to send them referrals. They're going to meet on my time. Now, I type the date and the options. Now, this is cool. You want to make it faster? Right here, here's my legend. Pretty cool. Those are all the times in a day, every half an hour increment. So what I'll do is I'll look at my calendar. Okay, I'm free from 10:30 to 1 on May 5th. So let's just say May 5th was sitting like that. I'm just going to go down here and go 10:30 to 1. I'm going to copy it. I'll go right there. May 5th's done. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to put the dates that I'm free. And I usually want to go 2 or 3 weeks out. Now, let me close this. Go back to the presentation. And now you see there's the list. Oops, sorry. That's what we're doing. Okay. Now, we're going to pause button here, everybody. We sat down. We figured out when we're free. And I put it in Evernote. You put it wherever you want, but it's got to be somewhere. Now, let's have some rules and create some scripts so you can actually contact these people. Number one, we're going to go in more detail later. I never meet at someone's office when I'm in a referral now, if I'm in a sales conversation, I'll go to someone's home. Done that for the land banking side many times. Sit at many people's dining room table. Some of you on here have been at your dining room table. But when I'm in a networking conversation, I do not go to someone's office. I'll go more detail towards the end of the presentation. I'll choose halfway between the two of us. So those of you who know the Bay Area, if I'm in Pleasanton and they're in Walnut Creek, I'm going to meet them in Danville. Now, I just moved to Danville, so I'm in the middle. So if they're in Pleasanton, I'll meet them in Dublin. If they're in Walnut Creek, I'll meet them in kind of the north part of Danville or the southern part of Walnut Creek. There's so much psychology behind. Just covering the psychology in this presentation would take hours. Getting somebody to get in their car and drive to you is the first hoop. Actually, it's about the fifth hoop. But it is a hoop you're having them jump through. You're getting them to get up off their butt, get in their car, and come to meet you. It's a sign of them being interested in meeting with you. It's unbelievably important. Going to their office doesn't show how interested they are. And don't ever show up late. All right. You can make contact any way you want. I do everything via email until I meet the person that's face-to-face. Again, I'm not kidding you. I'm on the phone. Okay, I said 5 minutes a week, maybe 15 minutes in a week. Maybe 15 minutes in an entire, not in a day, not in an hour, in a week. If you want to use the phone, take these scripts and convert them into a phone script. I cannot put every script on here. Again, we'll be here for 20 hours. I'm going to give you 3 or 4 word-for-word scripts that I've used thousands of times. They're email scripts. It's not very hard at all to convert it into a phone script. You do the contact however you want. I just prefer email. That's just me. Real quick, I had announced in the beginning I'm fighting major allergies, so you're going to hear me go away. I'm coughing my brains out when I'm muting myself, so sorry if you hear me go away from it. I'm just trying to battle these allergies. Try sending out 3 emails a day or make 3 calls per day. The phone calls, 3 phone calls to set coffee meetings could take you anywhere from 20 minutes to an hour and a half. Here's why. They're going to start asking you questions and you're going to get sucked in. I like to do it face to face. I want to look people in the eye. I always say I want to look you in the eye. I want to breathe you in and I want to take you in and I want to feel your energy. I can't do that on the phone. So setting up 3 coffee meetings via email takes 3 or 4 minutes. 3 phone calls can take you an hour and a half. That's the other reason I don't use the phone. Now, I'm going to give you a couple scripts here. This one, it's too easy. This one doesn't take any work, so I didn't spend a lot of time on this. Contacting a power partner out of the blue is 50 times harder than somebody's referred you. I get 5 or 10 of those a week. When people contact me wanting to join the groups, I say, great, here's some dates I'm available. Let me know when you want to meet. It's too easy, though I am going to give you the script for it. It's a little more advanced than what I just said, but not much. So this is if somebody was referred to you. Now, if they contact you, hey, I was referred to you, that's simple. That's a simple script, and we'll give that to you shortly. This is if somebody was referred to you and you need to make contact. Hi, John. I was referred to you by Nancy Smith. My name is Rick Silva with XYZ Company. I'm a financial advisor. Nancy mentioned that you were interested in meeting me to discuss my services. I would love to meet with you to discuss your needs and see how I can help you. And then that's it. And then right here where it says place the date script, I'm going to show that to you at the end and we're going to tie it all together, okay? So what I'm doing here is I'm giving you word for word what to send. Screenshot it, steal it. I'll give you the PowerPoints later. Everything that's italicized, John, Nancy Smith, your name's not Rick. You may be a financial advisor. There's a number of you on here. You don't have to change that part, but you got to change the Nancy, the Rick, this. So there's 3 or 4 things you have to change. I gave you the script. Do not type these emails from scratch. Type it and save it as a draft. Every time somebody gets referred to you, go to the drafts, click forward. You enter John, Nancy Smith. You put your name. That could already be in there. You don't even have to refill that. This part doesn't even need to be changed. 2 things. This and this. Hi, John, and hi, Nancy. Your name. You put your name in this, and then you're never typing it again. I see people sitting there typing the same email 20 times a day. Save it as a draft. Type it once. So here's your first script. Somebody referred to you. There's a script for you. All right. That's easy. This gets a little harder. You were given the name. You were looking for a CPA. You're a financial advisor. You were looking for a CPA, and somebody referred one to you. Now, keep in mind, most of this is you're looking to meet with spheres of influence. This is not client-based. Meeting with potential clients is just, it's too easy. It's the first one. This one is you're meeting with people. For instance, a real estate agent wants to meet with mortgage brokers. A financial advisor wants to meet with CPAs. If you're in the health world, chiropractors want to meet weight loss consultants, want to meet fitness trainers, acupuncturists, dentists, doctors. You just need to figure out who they are for you. I'm just giving the example of financial advisors looking for good CPAs to network with. This is the script to get the coffee meeting. This screen is 3 hours of education. Okay. Hi, John. I was referred to you by Nancy Smith. My name is Rick Silva with XYZ Company. I'm a financial advisor. The reason Nancy gave me your information is because I mentioned to her that I was interested in meeting with a great CPA in the area, and she immediately mentioned you. Now, the key to this sentence is meeting a great CPA. She said it was you. I got goosebumps from it. I just gave this guy Goosebump City. Nancy said I'm great. So I've just buttered the guy up, letting him know I need a great CPA. Nancy said, you're the guy. As a financial advisor, I work with a lot of small business owners and high net worth clients. Once in a while, they're looking for a good CPA. To better refer my clients to you, If they need your services, I'd like to meet you first and get to know you. If you'd be interested in meeting me for coffee, kindly email me back and I can send you some dates and times for us to get together. So, in short, hi, John. My name's Rick. I'm a financial advisor. You're a CPA. I got a ton of clients. I can't refer any of them to you until I meet you, find out what you specialize in, and then I can start sending you referrals. Would you like to meet? Let me just tell you this. The number of the percent of people that are going to say no is so low, it's a joke. This is how I've done 4,000 coffee meetings. This script, I'm handing you millions of dollars. Steal it. You can have it. It's yours. So that's the key. What you want now, let me tell you what you want to say when you're stuck in sales mode or desperation mode. What you want to say is, John, my name's Rick Silva. I'm a financial advisor. I need more clients, and I want to meet with you and tell you what I do so you can send me more clients. Okay, your coffee meeting rate is going to be about 5%. That's what you want to say, but you can't say that. So I just turn it back on them. I'm a financial advisor. I got a lot of business owners as clients. Nancy said you're a great guy. I mean, I'm perking this guy's ears up all over the place. I want to meet a great CPA. She said you. I have a lot of business owners as clients. Those three things, the guy's drooling. Before I can send you referrals, I need to meet you. Do you want to meet? Is basically what this email says. Okay, next one. Hold on. You went to a trade show. No, trade show's next. Forget the trade show one. You went to a Chamber of Commerce. There's a wall of business cards. You went on a Chamber of Commerce website. That's how I built my entire network, is going on Chamber of Commerce websites. This is a cold contact, not to a client. This is a cold contact to a potential referral source. Hi, John. My name is Rick with XYZ Company. I'm a financial advisor. I came across your information, the Pleasant Chamber website. I was interested in meeting with and working with other like-minded professionals that are looking to refer clients to each other on an as-needed basis. You see, I work with a lot of small business owners and high net worth clients, and once in a while, they're looking for a good CPA. To refer you to them if they need your services, I'd like to meet you first and get to know you. If you'd be interested in meeting me for coffee, kindly email me back and I can send you some dates and times for us to get together. You're going to have so many coffee meetings, your head's going to explode if you use this. You just got to find the people and send the emails. If you do 3 a day, that's 15 in a week. The following week, you're going to have at least 3 to 5 coffee meetings, minimum. Okay, so just to break this one down quickly, I came across your information, plus the Chamber is letting them know where I found. I don't contact anybody until I find out how they found out about who I am. I want to know how they found. Well, I'll contact them and say, how'd you find me? So I'm letting them know. I was interested in meeting other like-minded professionals that are looking to refer clients. I'm telling them, I'm a referral dude and I'm looking for referral dudes. If you're not one, don't email me back. I work with a lot of small business owners. Again, keying on the fact is, as a CPA, if I'm a weight loss consultant, and the one that's on right now is smiling, if I'm a weight loss consultant, I'm going to send this to a chiropractor. And it's basically going to say, hi, my name is XYZ, and I'm a weight loss consultant. I came across your information, Pleasant Chamber. I was interested in meeting other like-minded people, professionals, helping clients. You see, I work with a lot of individuals that need to lose weight. Either maybe they have some knee injuries, and they can't move, they can't exercise, they have some eating disorders, but they have body pains, and you can send this to a chiropractor and say, the weight's causing back issues. I want to, I want to be able to send them to you. Or it's a personal fitness trainer, and you say, we need some low impact workouts. But before I can send any of my clients that have back pain or knee issues or any of those issues, I need to meet with you face to face first. Guys, this is gold. I could customize this for every one of you. We just don't have the time. I hope you're kind of getting, you just need to customize this for yourself. I hope I got goosebumps from this. I've just, very few people I've ever given this stuff to, so I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. I'm having a freaking blast. There was a time years ago I said, unless people paid me a couple grand, I'd never give this out. I'm handing you guys millions of dollars. I hope you're taking notes, record it, screenshot it. I'll send you the video. I'll send you the slides. I'm at the point in my life I just want to get this information out there. Okay, now last one. I met the person at a trade show or a mixer. So this is the script I'll use. Hi, John. We met last night at XYZ Mixer. I had mentioned to you that I'd love to meet you sometime for coffee. So this is also, you got to go under the auspices here that you told them that. Now, when I meet great people, I do tell them that. I say, I don't want to spend a lot of your time here at the event. Would you like to meet for coffee? And then if they say yes, I write on the back of the card coffee. And then the next day keep in mind, guys, I want you to understand, I do not type this email. It's already in my drafts. All I need to do, now this is another thing, what I do is if I met 10 or 15 people that night, the next morning, I'm going to email all of them. And all I have to type is, hi, John, I met you at the Pleasanton Chamber Mixer last night. Now, as a financial advisor is already there. You just need to, if you're one. And this, once you put this and this, these two things will never change. The only thing you have to type when you send these people an email is their email address, John, the name of the mixer, and their industry. That's it. 3 things. All of this is typed in your drafts. That's why when I said you could set 15 coffee meetings in 5 minutes if you have this typed as a draft. This is how I've done 4,000 coffee meetings. I don't type 4,000 emails. Heck, no, I typed it once. All right, let's back up. Last night we met. I had mentioned to you that I'd love to meet you for coffee sometime. As a financial advisor, I work with a lot of small business owners and high net worth clients, and once in a while, they're looking for a good CPA to better refer them to you if they need your services. I'd like to meet with you first, get to know you. If you're interested in meeting me for coffee, kindly email me back so I can send you some dates for us to get together. Whew. There's your scripts. That's all you need. You could set thousands of coffee meetings with those 3 scripts. All right. This is important. Holy cow. You know how many people contact me and don't have that? Guys, the number one thing, as soon as the webinar is done, go to your Google, go to your Outlook, whatever you use, you have got to create a signature file. So here's what I'm going to do real quick here. This is by the seat of my pants here. I'm coming up with things as we go. You know, I plan a webinar, but I don't know everything I'm going to say. I'm excited to go on these webinars to see what I'm going to say. I don't know what I'm going to say. That's my signature file, my photo, a link to the Science of Business Network to buy one of my audio courses. You can friend me on Facebook, friend me on LinkedIn, and there's all my contact information right there. That's it. What's Rick do? Look right there. He's a referral coach. What a shock. You know when people send me emails and it says this is all that's there. Watch this. That's what I get. Heck, half the time I don't even get that. Get that. What do you do? How do I call you? So you have got to have a full, this is like wow critical. You have got to have a full signature file. Get it done. Okay. All right. Thomas, I'm not sure your question where it says no LinkedIn on signature. That's a link to LinkedIn. I'm not sure what you mean. Hey, guys, you can type any questions you like, and I'll probably answer them most of them at the end after I stop the recording. But if you guys want to type questions, feel free. Okay. And I can only look at, I got 3 giant screens in front of me, and if I look around too much, I'll get too distracted. Let's go back to this. Switch that. There's your signature. You got to have it. Okay. So here we're going to go step by step now, and we're going to show you how we kind of put all this together. Okay, so they emailed you back and said yes. You emailed them from a card you found at a Chamber of Commerce or on the website. You met them at a trade show. Somebody gave you the name of a good personal fitness trainer, CPA, real estate agent, whatever you're looking for, business attorney, whatever it is. You know what, guys, I'm going to pause for a second because 2 people are asking me about the signature. Let me go back real quick. Hold on one second here. Let me go right back to it. I'm going to show you my actual signature file again. Now, you guys can have anything you want. I feel bad for financial advisors because the disclaimer that they have to have, you know, is a half a page long at the bottom. This is mine. I'm not. let me make very clear, I didn't say this in the beginning, I usually always do. I am not here to tell any of you what to do. I'm telling you what I do. I'm letting you step into something that's made me millions of dollars. I'm showing you word for word how I did it. But I'm not going to sit here for a second and insinuate you have to do it. I'm just letting you look into my life. So this is mine. This is talk to you soon, Rick. You click on that, you get an email. You click on that, you go to my website. These two here, if I click this, it gives you the opportunity to friend me on Facebook. And if you click this one, it takes you to my LinkedIn profile so you can friend me there. And then this link takes to buy my audio course. That's what I have. And then a photo, because I meet everybody face to face. They don't know what I look like, so now they know what I look like and they can find me when they walk into the coffee shop. Again, that's what I do. I'm not going to tell you guys what to do. I'm just showing you what I do. So now they responded with a yes. They said, yes, I want to meet. Oh my God, I never got an email like that before. You're the greatest person on the planet. All right. This is the script, word for word, that I put in the email. And it could say great, fantastic. I didn't put that part in there. If you don't mind, could you please put a yes, and I capitalize yes, next to all of the options below that work for you. The best location for you would be Pete's Coffee in San Ramon on Bollinger next to Whole Foods. After I receive your email, I will email you back with the best option and we'll meet. Now, there's 52 of you on right now. There's probably a bunch that called in, so 60 or 70 people listening to this right now. I'd say 50 of you are laughing right now. Rick did that to me. Yes, I did. I did it to everybody I've ever met. I sucked you in. To break this down, what I'm doing, and I did it to every one of you, the 40 or 50 or 60 of you that are on here, a number of you did this, and the reason you're in my networking groups is because you did a few things right. Let's pay attention here. I want to see how, I'm getting goosebumps because I have my wife Marcella doing this, and she's constantly yelling, people can't pay attention. It says, if you don't mind, could you please put a yes next to all, not one, all of them. I want a yes next to every single option that you have. I'm going to tell you why later. And then I put the location that I think would be best somewhere in the middle of where we meet. Now, again, this isn't arrogance. I'm just telling you facts. Okay, I don't do this anymore. I don't meet halfway anymore. But I'm saying you should until you have so many referrals, your eyes are popping out of your head. If I teach you what I'm doing now, you'll never get there. Let me explain. Okay, I don't do the middle of the road anymore. I meet 99% of everyone in San Ramon. That's it. You're going to come from Walnut Creek and meet me. You're going to come from Pleasanton and meet me. Guys, I'm too busy. When you have 5, 8, 10 referrals a week, I can't drive around all over. You have to come to me. So I don't want you to do that because you're going to miss out on a lot of coffee meetings, and that's no problem for me. It would be a problem for you if you're in growth mode. So forget what I do now. That's why I have to watch how I teach this. I can't teach people what I'm doing now. I'm kind of semi-retiring, so it's a little different. So, but this is what I did for 9 years to get to where I can half retire. If you don't mind, would you please put a yes next to all? And when they email me back with one option and I know there was more, then I'm just seeing that they maybe their attention to detail is a little off. I'm testing you. All right. Now, below that, you have to have multiple dates and times. So there's the script. And then you have to give them multiple options because you said reply yes next to all of the options. So you got to send them more than one option. I sent a lot. Now, before I show you how I do it, you can do this in Doodle. I don't, but you can. Marianne, that's a good question. I'll answer it shortly. You can use Doodle for this. So Mary, I think that I cover that in great detail in one of the courses. If I answer all these now, we're going to be here till 5 o'clock. But Mary asked, if you're meeting all these professionals, how can you possibly refer back to all of them? The job isn't to refer back to all of them, but you're going to need to meet 100 people to find 5 that you even want to ever talk to again. Okay, so we're finding the diamonds in the stack of hay. So you're not going to want to refer back to every one of these people, even after you meet them. Also, there's something called the power of 3. So let me explain this in short detail. This is one I've taught all over the world. A power partner is somebody who you can refer business to and they can refer back. Most of you should know what a power partner is. The question to you is, how many different ones can you write down by industry? Most people can write down 5 or 10. My wife Marcella has 162. 162 different power partners. You should have minimum of 3 of each. If you're a mortgage lender, you're going to need 1 or 2 or 3 real estate agents to refer to your clients because they specialize in different areas. If you're a financial advisor, you need to have 3 or 4 or 5 different attorneys minimum. So if you can name 50 power partners and you need to have 3 of each, that's 150 people that you need to have at any given time to refer business back and forth with. You're going to have 1,000 coffee meetings to have those 150. Now, my wife did those 1,000 in 2 years. She did 10 a week. Do the math. So that's why her income went 90,000, 165,000, 300,000 in 3 years. So that's the short answer, Mary. I have an 8-hour course on power partnering. It's my most advanced course that I have, and it's 8 hours on that one topic of power partnering. We're not going to discuss that today. You're welcome. This is what I do. I send them multiple dates. So this is how the email is going to look. I'm giving you just word for word. Steal it. Okay. Here we go. There's my options. Where did I get those options? Let me just refresh your memory. I stole them from here. There you go. I just grab a bunch of dates like that, copy it, put it into an email that's already typed. It's already typed. And paste it right in. Here's the email. They said yes. They want to meet with you. Remember, this is already typed. It's right here. Now I'm going to point it out. It's right here. Right there. Word for word. Right there. Boom. I'm going to grab some dates. I'm going to grab the script. I was telling you could set 15 coffee meetings in 10 minutes because everything is typed already. Steal it from me. They said yes. Great. If you don't mind, could you please put a yes next to all of the options below that work for you? The best location for me would be Pete's Coffee in San Ramon off of Bollinger next to Whole Foods. After I receive your email, I'm emailing back with the best option. We'll meet. Now, of course, this location's for me. Just put your location in there. That's all you got to do. Just put your location in there. And then there's the dates. Guess what? We're going to find out if they can follow direction. If they respond back and they put 1 yes here and all of these other options, there's no more yeses, I'm guessing they have more than one. Hold on 1 second. That's a good question. Dates and times I'm free. Do you get this off of your calendar in easy way or do you do each date separately? I showed that in the beginning. On Sundays, I look at my calendar. I literally type each date into that list separately. Okay, so there's the yeses. Now I get to determine which one. I get to pick. Maybe this one's going to be in San Ramon. This one's going to be in Walnut Creek. This one's going to be in San Ramon, and then I'm open after it. So I may pick this date because I want to go San Ramon, San Ramon. I am not going to go San Ramon and then Walnut Creek and then the Pleasanton and then back home. That's not going to happen. I try to back them up and put them all in the same city. So they sent me a date. Here's my response. First thing I do is I choose the best date that works for me, not for them, for me. John, thanks for getting back to me. Looks like May the 2nd, 2 p.m. works best. I'll see you at Pete's Coffee on Bollinger and Sunset next to Whole Foods. So here's what we've done so far. We've met John at a trade show. We found his card on a website or somebody gave me his name. I sent him an email that said, Hey, John, I'm Rick. I'm a financial advisor. Nancy gave me your name. I'm looking to meet great CPAs. I have a lot of clients. Before I can refer any of them to you, I want to meet you face to face, see what you do, see what you specialize, see how I can send you referrals. Would you like to meet? Heck yes, I'd like to meet. You send a second email. Fantastic. Below are a bunch of dates and times I'm free. Could you please put a yes next to all of the options that work for you? They send back the yeses. This is the email that goes out. Thanks for getting back to me. Looks like May 2nd, 2 p.m. works the best. I'll see you. Blah, blah, blah location. That's 3 emails done. Done. If you have a way that you can set 4,000 coffee meetings in less than 3 emails, please send it to me because this works. This works. All right. Now, this is something else I do. I send these dates. I send these dates to multiple people. I'm not going to pluck 10 dates for one guy, 10 different dates for another guy. No, 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 no. I send this list to 3 people. And then I get multiple yeses, and I back them up over each other. So you see that May the 2nd at 2 and then at 3. I'll put one at 2, one at 3. So that's what I do. Marianne asked a question, can you show the first email? Marianne, not only am I going to send you all a link to this is being recorded. Not only are you going to get this recording, I am going to put up this entire PowerPoint for you to download and steal anything you want off of it, okay? So now, if only 1 or 2 people come back and there's still some dates left, then I'll take this list and I'll send it to new people. I'm constantly regurgitating the dates because I want to book these dates out until they're all booked up. Sorry, I muted myself to cough and I didn't unmute myself. Back to some rules. Unless you're in a business where you must do business in their office, do not do it. Now, if this is a client meeting and you need to come to your location, awesome. In the land banking side of my life, we go to people's homes all the time. That's a client, that's a sales, when you're in sales mode, you're in the sales presentation mode. When I'm meeting people, and this is what I geared this presentation to mostly, when I'm meeting spheres of influence that we're going to have an equal business relationship with to send referrals to and fro, I am not meeting them in their office. And I'm going to give you a script because they're going to push back. They're too busy, and we'll cover that in a second. I want to meet them, and here's the script. This is the exact word-for-word email that I sent. Rick, I'm so busy. I'm too busy. Yeah. Just come to my office. No, because you're talking down to me. Remember, I sent you an email saying I got tons of clients. I want to meet you and see how over time I can send some of them to you. I contacted you to meet you, to get your business cards, to send you referrals down in the future. I am not going to offer my database to you and meet you in your office. That is no way, because I'm not going to be talked down to. We're on even playing field. Sorry for that. Trying to clear my voice on mute. Okay, so this is what I send, word for word. You know, John, I have a rule about meeting professionals at their office. The 2 main reasons are that office tend to have too many distractions, and I like the meeting to be on neutral ground. If you agree with this and are still interested in meeting with me, I can send you dates and times. Please let me know. I'm letting him know in this. If you don't want to meet me on neutral ground, not a problem. We're not going to meet. Again, I have a rule about meeting in people's office. 2 main reasons: that officers just have distractions, and I like the meeting be on neutral ground. If you agree with this and are still interested, email me back. If you're not, it basically says if you're not, don't email me back. I'm not desperate. Guys, if you need to meet real estate agents, there's 10 within, there's 10 on every street corner. Whatever industries you're looking for, pull up the internet. You're looking for business attorneys, chiropractors, real estate, mortgage, insurance. There's 1,000 of them in your city. If these people don't want to meet you in a coffee shop, next. So this distractions things. Every one of you has has done this. You've broken this rule. You've met people at their office. The phone's ringing. The secretary's walking in. They're looking at pictures of their kids. They're staring at their email while you're trying to talk to them. That's not happening to me. So we go neutral ground. All right. You're in control of your calendar, not them. So I have times where, guys, I'm lucky enough to where I very rarely have to wake to an alarm clock. I usually hang out in my backyard, smoke cigars till about midnight, go to bed between 12 and 1:30. Not only smoking cigars, I'm researching and reading, but that's what I like to do, is hang out late at night in my backyard. I like to get up 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, but then again, I'm up till 1. So that's just me. I like to have coffee meetings between 10 and 3. So again, that's me. You figure out when you want to have coffee meetings. Here's the biggest thing. If you don't figure out what's on the screen, you are gonna be wasting so much time. I can't even. It's mind-boggling how much time you're gonna waste if you're scattershotting this. You're gonna meet one guy at 9, and then you made the next appointment for 1. Now you got a 4-hour gap. You're too far away from home. You got to sit. Well, maybe you could have gone back to your office. Or I work from home. Go back to your home office. I pack them tight. Well, if I do a meeting, I do usually 1, 2, or 3 back to back to back. My day's done. That's it. That's how I do it. So you got to figure out when you're at your peak, or maybe you like to answer emails in the morning and do your coffee meetings after, or maybe you want to do your coffee meetings first and do your emails after it. You need to figure out what it is and set it in stone. And then these options here, don't go outside of that. See this list? Between 10 and 2 and 10 and 3, whatever your gaps are, you want to keep the meetings tight. You want to pack them in. Let me get back to my screen. So you're not driving all over the place. Matt asked the question, how long is my typical meeting, my typical coffee meeting? Again, guys, I'm going to let you know this, that I'm going to offer you guys at the end of this an unbelievable price if you're interested in investing in my audio course. It's 12 hours on this whole topic of networking. It's covered in great detail. And then the advanced one goes even more detail. The short answer, Matt, for my networking groups, if you want to attend one of my networking groups, that meeting takes 60 minutes. When I'm meeting spheres of influence, when I do the land banking, because I do the land banking a lot more than I do the group. So when I meet a mortgage lender and I want to tell them about what land banking is, teaching people how to diversify in the old 401ks and all this stuff, generally those meetings are also 60 minutes. Here's the difference. When it's my networking groups, it's 60 minutes. I'm talking 50 minutes of it because I got to teach them. When I'm doing the land banking presentation, it's 60 minutes. They go 30, I go 30. I always let the other person go first. Here's why. If you go first, they have anxiety. They're trying to think of what they're going to say. They have pressure. They have stress. They're going to listen about 60%. This is like inside stuff that could make you millions of dollars if you just don't talk first. Let them, I'm CPA 30 years, my office in Pleasant, I do this, I do that. Let them get it all like a balloon. When you first meet them, it's a balloon full of air. I want to let the air out. Let them talk first. When they're done, then you hit them with your 30 minutes. I promise you they're totally listening because they got to tell you first. It's going to make them feel good. 60 minutes, 30-30. How about that? All right. So what do you use to schedule your appointments and callbacks? Again, I use Access Database, and I live by my Outlook calendar. Everything is in there. And in fact, let me show you something here real quick. I've never showed anybody my calendar before. It's kind of cool. Where is this? Here it is. Okay. So this is this week. Now, check this out. I have a meeting tomorrow morning right there. We're taking the day off tomorrow other than this meeting. Marcella, my wife, is going for a massage. We've had 2 days off in the last 27 days, so we're taking this day off. All right. So she kind of does and kind of doesn't know this, so she's not home right now, so I'm not spilling the beans. See where it says smoked meat? I'm going to go and buy a brisket, and I'm going to smoke it all day tomorrow. We're going to have brisket dinner. Now, you want to see how much I live by a calendar? This is almost embarrassing. Do you see I'm doing a webinar with you guys? Guess where I'm going after? Do you see by meet? I got to go to the Main Street Meats in Pleasanton. If you're near there, Main Street Meats Pleasanton's the best meat on the planet. I got to go buy the meat, and Dr. D, I got to go to the chiropractor. That's what I'm doing. When I get back, I have networking groups that meet tomorrow right there, Group 7 and Group 19. I got to prep the groups. That's when I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to do a webinar tonight, and I'm going to go watch my son play baseball. There's my day. Everything is in there. If it's not in there, I'm not doing it. Everything I do is in my calendar. All right. You guys are getting way too inside of my life here. Confirmation. We're getting here close to the end, guys. Confirmation emails. And I never promised you I'd be prompt at an hour or 45 minutes. We're going to go about another 12 minutes or so. I hope you're enjoying this. Let's talk about confirming an email, because some of you get stood up. I don't. Okay, I do. Once a year. Thomas, we're going to be taking you to dinner very soon. We'll see you Friday and talk about it. Okay, so sending emails out. Actually, I'm seeing you Friday. Sending emails out so you don't get stood up. Guys, I'm getting goosebumps. This is it. This is the master key to not getting stood up. Okay, when I say I never get stood up, okay, I get stood up about once a year. And if I used to do 10 a week minimum, sometimes 15, 18 a week. I'd get stood up maybe once every 3 or 4 months, not days, months. Now I don't even get stood up once a year because I don't do as many coffee meetings as I used to. So let's talk about forget not getting stood up. You sent them dates, and they're not getting back, and you're starting to book up those dates. And if they wait too long, we got to do the date thing all over again. So this is what I'll send them. Already typed in a draft. Guys, I'm not typing this email. The only thing I'm typing is John. This all sits in drafts. The subject line says they're slow to respond. So I'm going to type in here so I know where it is in my drafts. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to go in the subject line. I'm going to take that out and put, hi, John. I had emailed you a few days ago with dates for us to meet and have not heard back. Was just checking to see if you were still interested in meeting. I promise I won't email you again, and I'll wait for your response. That's called the takeaway close. Those of you that study under Eric Lofholm or any other sales trainer, that's the takeaway. I'm letting you know I am so not desperate. You need me more than I need you. You're lagging on getting back to me. If you don't want to meet, not a problem, because I'm not going to contact you again. You send this email to 5 people that are lagging. 4 of them are going to go, oh, Rick, I'm so sorry. I hope you forgive me. I'm just crazy busy. Here are my yeses. Because they know they're screwing up. All right. So I created something called passive pressure. I'm also keeping the referrer in the loop. This only works if the name was given to you. So if you met him at a trade show or if you found him on the internet, this won't work. If this is a referral to do business with you or a referral for a power partner, the day before the meeting, I send him an email. Now, this is the key. The person that gave you the name doesn't go on the CC line, doesn't go on the BCC line. I put them on the to line. I make the person that referred the person to me the equal to the referrer and the referee on the same line. All right. So this is the email. Let me first break this down. On the to line, I put John email address, and then I put the referrer's email address right here. I'm letting John know I'm sending this to the guy that introduced us to each other. That's called passive pressure. If he stands me up, this guy's going to know about it. I'm letting him know, John, Nancy that referred us, here she is. So that's in the email line, John's email address and Nancy, because she's the one that referred us. Hi, John. I'm confirming our appointment tomorrow, Tuesday, 2 p.m. at Pete's Coffee on Bollinger and Sunset Drive, next to Whole Foods. I look forward to the potential of us building a mutually beneficial relationship. This key here, guys, this if you're not setting a lot of coffee meetings, this would take you years to figure out. My numbers are just amplified so high it didn't take me that long to figure out. Here's the problem. I'm confirming our appointment tomorrow. Now, let's say the meeting is literally tomorrow. So today's Wednesday, tomorrow's Thursday. I send this email, I'm confirming our appointment tomorrow, and that's all it says. It doesn't say Tuesday. I'm confirming our appointment tomorrow. Well, tomorrow comes and they open it up that morning and they think that they put it in their calendar wrong. It's the next day. So if I sent this email on a Monday morning or Monday afternoon, I'm confirming our appointment tomorrow, Tuesday, blah, blah, blah. Because if they open it up Tuesday morning, they think the meeting's Wednesday. So not only do I put tomorrow, I tell them tomorrow, Tuesday. That's the exact wording that I use. Now, a couple last things here. Appointment setting and being happy when you're stood up by Zig Ziglar. So Zig Ziglar said in one of his recordings, I want you to be thrilled when somebody stands you up because you're so busy and you have so much going on and you brought that work with you. Just sit and do the work and wait for your next appointment or just leave. I give people 12 minutes. On the 13th minute, I'm gone. Unless you called or emailed me. If there's no call, no email, in the 13th minute, I'm walking out the door. Nowadays, because I'm not in as big a hurry, I'll stay there and answer emails for an hour or do about an hour's worth of work, but I brought the work with me. Bring work with you. At 1 minute after your appointment, bring your work out and start working because they may not show up. Don't sit there for 10 minutes wondering if they're going to come. Get your work out and start working. Read, do research, create programs. Do something. Okay. So if somebody cancels or needs to reschedule, I'm not brutal about it, but I want to know how your calendar got messed up. How come you weren't there? Why did you miss the meeting? If they say something came up, that's generally I push a little harder. Now, I'm not insinuating you have to. But if somebody didn't show up, it's not something came up. It's not, oh, I forgot. Because they're not following the hoops of putting yes next to all the dates, responding in a timely manner, agreeing to meet not in their office but in a coffee shop. These are all things that we need to have them do so we're in control of our life. So I want to know why it happened. All right. Be on time. If you're always late, set your doggone watch ahead if you have to, but be on time because that shows you have credibility and integrity. As a general rule, I don't like it when people beat me to a meeting. Okay. So then you have to have a great presentation. You have to ask great questions. Again, half of this presentation is based on my 8-hour advanced course. I'm going to show you that course today because there's a number of you on this. About half of you have my normal course and the other half don't, but I'm only going to tell you about the normal course. We're going to cover a couple more things. I'll give you an opportunity to take a look at it. So 2 last things. The halo effect and the hand clap story. This is about first impression. So the halo effect is you're treated based on your appearance. Now, I did a coffee meeting yesterday. I broke every rule. I wore my Merrells and jeans and a halfway decent shirt. I never dress like that. I was French fried yesterday. I went to a meeting not looking how I should, but there was a picture of me on my presentation wearing a suit. Just look at that picture. As a general rule, you want to look good because you're treated based on your appearance. That's the halo effect. You're treated based how you look. Here's the hand clap story for you. This is back when I was a recruiter years ago. A guy told me this story. He was working on a book. Now, he sat in the lobby of an employment office, and there was a guy interviewing people all day long. And he had an agreement with the guy who was writing the book was sitting in the lobby. And there's prospective interviewees sitting in the lobby also. When the hiring manager knew for sure he wasn't going to hire the person, he clapped his hands. So that's from the second he walked up to the person to the second he knew he wasn't going to hire them, clapped his hands. Now let me ask you a question. He's interviewing people all day long. What's the average amount of time between meeting them, interviewing them, and knowing he wouldn't hire them? So from the time he walks up to them to bring them into his office to interview them, and the time he claps his hands, guys, 2.3 seconds. 2.3 seconds. This guy interviewed hundreds of people, and the average time, 2.3 seconds, he knew if he was or wasn't going to hire them. That's just the way it is. It's first impressions, look good, have a good handshake, all that kind of stuff. Now, Rick, all these people I'm meeting, how do I know if they're any good? You don't. You don't. We can't hire the FBI. I can't hire a background check in FBI on 4,000 people. But I can tell you this, that tiger on the screen, the first hoop he ever jumped through didn't have fire on it. He jumped thousands of times through a hoop that didn't have fire on it before he jumped through one that had fire on it. The ringmaster in this case is the one in control of that tiger. He's following directions for a treat. What I just taught you to do is run people through your program, not theirs. You sent them an email. You said, I have clients. I'd love to potentially refer to you, but we need to meet face-to-face first. Here are some dates. Please put yes next to all of the ones that work. They did that. They give you 3 yeses. You picked the location. They showed up. They showed up on time. They appeared professional. They told you what they do. You gave them your full 30-minute presentation. Everything looked good. That's all we can do. That's the best we can do. We can't do any more. I don't know if they're good, but man, they jumped through like 20 hoops before we met. Now, those of you, so that's the end of technically the end of the presentation. I'm going to explain to you what the audio course is. If you want to invest in it, fantastic. I'm going to show you the price. It's unbelievable what I'm offering you guys today. So here it is. So those of you that train with Eric Lawfome, I've been doing business with him, done tons and tons of seminars with him. I think we've shared the stage together like 12 times. His thing is, are you ready for an irresistible offer? So I have a 12 CD course. The new one, the 6-hour power partnering course. It's everything to do with everything we talked about today. It's just 6 hours of it. Okay. This is not that program. This is the basics of networking. This is 12 CDs. It's about 11 hours of education. Okay. All on webinar. I'm very clear. This is a webinar course. What you saw today is a webinar. So imagine 11 hours of training just like this on 12 CDs. So I recorded them and I put them on CD. So this is what's included in the course. 12 webinars, and I do them live twice a year. So that's 24 webinars a year. Okay. I have them on PC or Mac. I'm going to actually mail you the 12 CDs. And then third thing on the list, I converted all of it to MP3 so you can put it on your audio players, play it in your car, do it while you're working out. One of the owners of the land banking company got my MP3s. He drove from Van Nuys to San Francisco and listened to 2/3 of the course nonstop in his car. Sorry about doing that in your ear again. Okay, 2 videos to help you craft your elevator speech, your 60-second intro. You watch it. You send it to me. I'll critique it, no questions asked. And then also 30 minutes of one-on-one coaching. Okay, the value of all of that is $22.45. Now, you all know we put the big number up there. We go, but for a limited time only. This isn't a limited time only. This is for you guys. If you're listening to this on recording a month from now, so today is April 30th, 2014. If you're listening to it tomorrow, whenever it is, you can have this. As long as I have the programs in stock. I got about 40 or 50 of them in my house right now, so I do have them in stock right now. So that's not the price. That's the price. So the 12 webinars repeated 2 times a year live. I do them live. And then 12 recorded webinars, everything on MP3. Elevator speech videos. You send it to me. I'll critique it. 30 minutes of one-on-one coaching, $197. Okay. You can do check or credit card. You can even do 3 payments if the 197 is a little tough for you. You can do 3 payments on a credit card. All right. So with that, 2 more slides and we're all done. Okay. Thank you very, 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 very much for being on. Go out and set some doggone appointments, will you? Come on, get out there. I hope you enjoyed it. Guys, if any of you want the program, I would prefer you sent me an email. Now, don't send me your credit card information. Just send me an email that you want the program. Okay, I will call you I'll get your credit card information, or I'll get you my address. You can send me a check. I will personally take the course. I think I like 50. I'm looking at about 54 of them here in my home office. I will take them to the UPS store and personally mail them to you. Okay, if you want the course, get it. It's awesome. If you liked what you saw today, it's 10 more hours of this stuff. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording now, and if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. So thank you very much. I'm going to stop the recording, and then you can hit me with questions. Thank you.